The Great Hall of the Galactic Council was enormous. Tall windows showed stars beyond, and rows of seats curved around a shining platform in the middle. Many alien species filled the hall, each different in shape, color, and size. Some had scales. Some had feathers, others had many eyes or long arms. All were powerful and wise leaders in the galaxy. Today, the council was meeting to discuss a great event, a battle that had changed the course of history. It was a battle humans had won. This was unusual. Humans were new to the galaxy, and many species did not expect much from them. They had never seen humans fight before, so the victory was a surprise. The council chamber was silent as the screens lit up. The recorded footage of the battle began to play. It showed great warships in space, moving like giant fish in the black ocean of stars. Lasers flashed, missiles exploded, and starships spun and turned. The humans were fewer in number, but they fought fiercely. The battle was long and hard. Many ships on both sides were destroyed. But in the end, the humans won. The aliens watched. Carefully, some looked impressed. Others looked doubtful. One alien delegate whispered, "How did they do it? Their ships look weaker. Their weapons are not as strong." Another replied, "It must be luck. They survived against the odds." The council's leader, an old alien called Varkon, nodded slowly. "Luck can only go so far. There must be more to this." On the side of the room near the back, a young human sat quietly. His name was Liam. He was a cadet, still training, to be a full soldier. His uniform was plain compared to the others. He looked small among the tall, strange aliens, but his eyes were bright with pride and something else, frustration. He watched the screen. The footage showed the humans as brave warriors, but it was only the official view. The council members spoke as if they knew everything about the battle, but they did not. Liam had been there. He had seen what really happened. The council members began to talk among themselves, discussing the humans' strategy. They said the humans used clever tactics, but mostly they praised their technology and firepower. Liam shook his head inside. They don't understand. It was not just technology, he thought. It was the people, the soldiers, the pilots, the cadets. We fought with everything we had. We never gave up. The council meeting moved forward. The aliens debated if humans should be trusted more. Some were still suspicious. Humans were new, unknown. Could they be allies or a threat? Suddenly, the chamber doors opened wide. A messenger came in, carrying a small data chip. The council leader took it and plugged it into the main system. The screen showed a close-up of the human leader during the battle, Commander Jara. The aliens saw how calm and confident Jara looked even as explosions shook her ship. Her voice on the comm was steady. She gave orders that saved many lives. The council members nodded in respect. After the video, Varkon spoke. The humans fought well. They showed courage and skill. But we still only see a part of the story. The room grew quiet again. Then Liam stood up. His chair scraped loudly on the floor. All heads turned toward him. The room was filled with silence and surprise. No one expected a cadet to speak, especially a human. Liam's voice was clear and steady. "I was there." The council stared at him. Some frowned, others whispered to each other. Varkon raised a claw and said, "You say you were there? A cadet? What proof do you have?" Liam took a deep breath. "I want to tell you the real story, not from the cameras or reports, from what I saw with my own eyes." The council was quiet for a moment. Then Varkon nodded slowly. "Very well. You may speak. But be brief and truthful." Liam moved to the center of the hall, the weight of many eyes on him. He felt nervous but strong. He looked at the aliens one by one. "I was a young cadet, yes, but during the battle we had no time to think about rank or fear. We were all just fighting to live. He told them how the battle started suddenly. No one expected the enemy to attack so fast. The humans had to scramble to defend their ships. Liam explained how many of the commanders were injured or killed early in the fight. He described the chaos on the flagship, how alarms rang and fire spread through the halls. He spoke of his own fear and how he pushed it aside to help others. The council listened closely. Liam's story was different from the official report. He told about how the humans used small fighter ships in daring ways, flying close to enemy battleships and disabling them. He told about a moment when the flagship was badly damaged. Many thought it would be lost. But a group of volunteers, including Liam, went on a dangerous rescue mission to save the captain and repair the ship. The aliens were surprised. "You were a part of this?" one asked. "Yes," Liam said. "We worked together. Every person mattered. Every life was important." He told about a human pilot named Mara, who flew into the enemy's strongest ship alone and destroyed its main weapon. Her courage gave hope to the others. The council members began to lean forward. Liam's story showed not just technology, but heart and sacrifice. When he finished, the room was silent again. Then Varkon spoke. "You have given us much to think about, young human. We saw the battle from a distance, but your story shows the courage behind the fight." The other delegates nodded in agreement. Some came forward to ask Liam questions about the battle and humans. Liam answered honestly. He spoke of fears, hope, pain, and pride. He said humans were still learning about the galaxy, but wanted to protect their homes and friends. The meeting ended with a new feeling in the air: respect. The aliens no longer saw humans as weak newcomers. They saw a people willing to fight and survive against all odds. As Liam left the chamber, he felt tired but proud. He had shown the galaxy the real human spirit, not just victory on a screen, but the courage in every person who fought. Outside, the stars shone bright. A new chapter in galactic history was beginning, and humans were ready to write their story. The Galactic Council chamber was still buzzing with quiet conversations when Liam, the young human cadet, returned to his seat. The room was filled with a new energy. The aliens had listened carefully to his story. It was not what they expected. Liam's voice had been clear and honest. He spoke from the heart, telling the truth of what happened during the Great Battle. But even now, many aliens found it hard to believe that a simple cadet like him had played such an important role. As the council members whispered, Varkon, the leader, raised his claw for silence. "You have told us much, young human," he said. "But how can we be sure your story is true? There are many tales in war, some true, some not." Liam understood their doubt. He was just one person, a cadet without rank or fame, yet he knew what he had seen. "I understand," Liam said respectfully, "but I am ready to answer your questions. I will tell you everything I can." The council looked at him closely. Some alien delegates showed interest. Others remained skeptical. Then, from the far side of the hall, a tall alien with many eyes and blue skin stood up. Her name was Selra. She was the head of the Intelligence Committee. "Cadet Liam," she said, "there are many unknowns about the battle. Tell us, how did the humans prepare for such a fight? Your ships seemed fewer and weaker." Liam nodded. "We were not prepared in the usual way. Our fleets were smaller and less advanced, but humans have something special. We learn fast and think differently. We do not always follow the same rules." Selra's eyes blinked in surprise. "Explain." Liam took a breath. "We trust our people. We give freedom to make quick decisions. In the battle, many commanders were lost, but the fighters kept going. We used small ships to attack in ways the enemy didn't expect." He told her about the training humans had. It was not just about weapons or ships. It was about thinking, fast, working as a team, and never giving up hope. Another delegate, a large creature with thick armor called Grash, asked, "How did you keep your spirits high when so many were lost?" Liam's eyes darkened for a moment. It was hard. We lost friends. But we fought for each other. We remembered home. We believed in surviving together. The aliens listened closely. They had never heard such simple but strong words. Then, Varkon spoke again. "Cadet Liam, your story challenges many of our ideas. We have only seen humans as newcomers. Now you show us something deeper. But tell us, why have we not heard this before? Why is your role unknown?" Liam looked down. "Because I was just a cadet. The official reports focus on commanders and leaders. But the battle was fought by many. Soldiers, pilots, engineers, and cadets. I was not important before, but I saw the truth." Selra nodded slowly. "Your courage to speak today is valuable. But do you have proof to support your story?" Liam thought for a moment. "I have something," he said. From his pocket, he took a small device, a data recorder. "This is from the battle. It shows some moments from inside the flagship." He handed the device to Selra. She examined it carefully and plugged it into the Council's main system. The large screen lit up, showing shaky but clear images. The footage showed narrow corridors of the human ship. Alarms blared. Fires burned in some rooms. People ran to fix damage. The voices were human, tense but determined. The Council watched as Liam's voice was heard in the background, giving orders, helping others. The footage showed Mara, the brave pilot, preparing her fighter for a dangerous mission. The aliens murmured, in surprise. This was proof, a glimpse of the battle from inside. Varkon leaned forward. "This is important. We thank you for sharing it." Liam felt relief. He hoped this would change how the galaxy saw humans. The meeting continued. Other aliens asked questions about human culture, training, and values. Liam answered honestly, telling them how humans fight not only with weapons, but with heart. The session lasted for hours. By the end, the Council members had a new respect for humans. They saw that humans were not just lucky survivors, but warriors with deep courage. Outside the chamber, Liam met some Council members privately. They praised him and asked for more stories. They wanted to learn how humans could be allies. Liam smiled. He felt proud to be a human. He thought about his friends still fighting in the stars. That night, back in his small quarters, Liam looked at the stars through the window. He knew the galaxy was bigger and more dangerous than ever, but he also knew humans had a place here. He whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning." The Great Hall of the Galactic Council was quiet again after Liam's story and the proof he shared. The aliens had seen a new side of humans, one they had never imagined. But to truly understand, they needed to hear more about what happened during the battle. Liam was ready to tell them. Liam took a deep breath. He closed his eyes for a moment and began to speak, painting a picture with his words. He wanted the Council to feel what it was like to be there, not just watch from a screen. "The battle did not start as we expected," Liam said. "Our fleet was scattered across space, patrolling near our home system. Suddenly, enemy ships appeared, moving fast and with great power. We had little time to prepare." He described the moment when the first shots were fired. "Our ships tried to form a line, but the enemy was too strong. They attacked from every side. Our bigger ships took heavy damage. Our commanders were forced to retreat or fight to the last." Liam told the Council about the chaos inside the human flagship. The ship was huge and full of people. Alarms screamed everywhere. Fire and smoke filled the halls. We lost power in some sections, but the crew kept working, repairing and fighting. He explained how the young cadets, like himself, had no choice but to step up. Many officers were killed or injured. We had to take their places, even if we did not have the training. The council members listened closely. They could almost hear the alarms and smell the smoke through Liam's words. Liam went on. We used small fighter ships to attack the enemy's weak points. We had fewer fighters, but we flew with courage. Some pilots made dangerous moves. One pilot, Mara, flew alone into the enemy's strongest ship. She destroyed its main weapon, but her ship was lost. He paused, then continued. Her bravery gave us hope. When things looked darkest, we remembered Mara and fought harder. The aliens began to understand. This was not just a battle of machines, but a battle of spirit. Liam's voice grew stronger as he described the most dangerous moment. Our flagship was hit badly. The enemy's missiles pierced the hull. The ship began to lose oxygen. Many thought we would die. He told about how a small group, including himself, volunteered for a rescue mission. We had to fix the damaged engine and save the captain. The halls were dark and full of danger. Fires burned everywhere. We helped wounded crew and fought off enemy boarding parties. The council members gasped as Liam described the risks. It was not only machines we fought against, but fear and pain. We worked together, helping each other, pushing past our limits. He spoke of the captain, Commander Jara, who stayed calm and gave orders even when the ship shook. She believed in us. Her calm gave us strength. Liam's story continued with how the humans finally turned the tide. Our fighter pilots destroyed enemy support ships. Our engineers repaired the flagship's weapons. We attacked together like one. He described the final moments when the enemy fleet began to retreat. They did not expect us to fight with such heart. They thought we would give up, but we stood strong. The room was silent. Liam had brought the battle alive. The aliens saw not just warships and lasers, but people, human beings fighting for survival and each other. Varkon, the council leader, finally spoke. Your story shows the heart behind the victory, Cadet Liam. We only saw the battle from far away. You bring the true meaning. Selra, the blue-skinned alien, nodded. Humans fight not only with weapons, but with will. This is something rare. Grash, the armored alien, said, Your bravery honors your species. We see now that humans are more than newcomers. They are warriors. Liam smiled, feeling proud but humble. Thank you. We still have much to learn, but we will never stop fighting for our homes. The council began to ask questions about the battle's details, about human tactics and teamwork. Liam answered honestly, sharing what he had learned. He spoke about how humans valued every life, no matter the rank or strength. In the fight, everyone counts. A cadet, a pilot, an engineer. We all fight together. The aliens were impressed. They had never seen such unity and courage in war stories before. The meeting ended with the council deciding to study human tactics more closely. They wanted to understand how a small new species could defeat a larger enemy. As Liam left the chamber, he felt tired but hopeful. His story had changed many minds. Outside, the stars shone brightly. The galaxy was watching humans now, not just as fighters, but as friends and heroes. Liam looked up and whispered, This is only the beginning. We will prove ourselves again. After Liam's vivid story about the battle, the atmosphere in the Galactic Council chamber had changed. The aliens were no longer just curious or doubtful about humans. They were beginning to respect them. Liam had shown them the human spirit, the courage and the will to survive against all odds. The council leader, Varkon, looked thoughtfully around the chamber. We have heard much today, he said slowly. Not just about strategy or weapons, but about heart. The heart that beats in the chests of humans when they fight. Several alien delegates nodded. One of them, a tall figure named Thalkin with glowing eyes, spoke up. We had thought humans were weak, untrained, and reckless, but you have shown us something different, Liam. Something stronger. Liam felt a warmth inside. This was the first time he heard an alien say these words with real respect. Selra, head of the Intelligence Committee, leaned forward. Tell us more about human training. How do you prepare for such battles? Liam smiled gently. Our training is hard. We learn to think fast, to trust each other, and to never give up. We also learn to feel fear and use it. Fear makes us alert. It reminds us what is important. Grash, the armored alien, grunted approvingly. This is wisdom. Many species try to ignore fear. You use it. The room grew quiet as Liam continued. We train not just to fight, but to survive and protect. We are not perfect. We make mistakes, but we learn and grow stronger. One of the younger aliens, a small green creature with large eyes, asked shyly, Cadet Liam, do all humans feel this way? Or only soldiers? Liam thought for a moment. I believe every human has courage inside. Some show it in battle, others in different ways. We all want to protect our families and friends. The council members nodded. They saw a connection between humans and themselves. Fear, hope, love, and courage were not just human, but universal. Varkon raised his claw. We must ask, Liam, how do humans see the galaxy? After this battle, what do you want from the Council and from other species? Liam's eyes brightened. We want peace, but we are ready to fight for it. We want friends, allies who understand us. We want to learn from others and share what we know. He looked around the chamber. We are not perfect, but we are trying. We want to be part of this galaxy, not apart from it. The council was silent. Then Varkon said, Your words show great wisdom for one so young. You speak not just for yourself, but for your people. Several delegates began to speak. Some offered ideas for future cooperation between humans and other species. They suggested joint training programs, exchanges of knowledge, and shared defense efforts. Selra said, Liam, your story has opened new doors. We want to understand humans better. You may become a bridge between our worlds. Liam smiled, humbly. I will do my best. The meeting lasted late into the day. By the end, the council agreed to formally recognize the bravery of all humans involved in the battle, commanders, soldiers, and cadets alike. Outside the chamber, many aliens approached Liam. They thanked him and asked about human culture, history, and future plans. Liam answered their questions patiently. For the first time, humans were no longer strangers or unknowns. They were seen as brave warriors and potential friends. That evening, Liam sat alone in a quiet garden near the council hall. The stars glittered above him like diamonds. He thought about everything he had shared and the respect he had earned, but he also knew the galaxy was still dangerous. The enemy they had fought was only one of many threats. Humans had many challenges ahead, yet Liam felt ready. The courage he saw in himself and his friends was stronger than any fear. He whispered to the night, We will keep fighting, keep learning, and keep standing strong for our future and for the galaxy. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with excitement. After days of discussion, the Council had reached a new decision. Humans would no longer be seen as mere newcomers or unknown fighters. They were now honored as brave warriors who had earned their place in the galaxy. Liam, the young human cadet, stood quietly in a corner of the hall. He had been invited to witness the ceremony that recognized the courage and sacrifice of all humans who fought in the battle. He felt proud, but also humble. This recognition was not just for him, but for every soldier, pilot, and engineer who had given their all. Varkon, the council leader, spoke first. His deep voice echoed across the chamber. We, the Galactic Council, recognize the bravery and sacrifice of humanity. Your courage in battle has earned you respect and friendship. The aliens around the room nodded, some clapping with their many hands or wings. Liam smiled as he saw new friendships beginning to form between humans and other species. Selra, the head of intelligence, stepped forward next. This is a new chapter for all of us. We invite humans to join our efforts for peace, learning, and defense. Together we can face the challenges of this galaxy. Liam felt hope rising inside him. The galaxy was no longer a place of fear or suspicion for humans. It was becoming a place of opportunity. After the ceremony, many aliens came forward to talk with Liam and other human representatives. They shared stories, ideas, and hopes for the future. One alien, a scientist named Jakar, asked Liam about human technology. "Your people surprise us," Jakar said. "Your ships are not the biggest or the most powerful, but you use them wisely." Liam explained how humans focused on teamwork and innovation. "We build on our mistakes and try new ideas. Sometimes small things make a big difference." Jakar smiled. "That is true wisdom." Later, Liam walked through the busy hallways of the council building. He saw humans and aliens talking, laughing, and learning from each other. It was a new world, full of promise. He thought about the battle he had lived through, the fear and the pain, but also the hope and the courage. He knew there would be more challenges ahead, new enemies, new dangers, but humans would face them together, with strength and heart. Back in his quarters, Liam looked out at the stars. He saw the same sky that his friends on distant ships saw. The stars were not just lights, they were beacons of hope and adventure. He whispered softly, "We are ready. This is only the beginning of our story." The galaxy had learned that humans were not just fighters, but survivors, learners, and friends. And Liam, the cadet who stood and said, "I was there," had helped change how the galaxy saw humanity forever.